Deep in the ancient ruins of the Tomb World of Serenade, Orikan seeks a hidden stasis tomb. He must get to it before his rival Trazyn the Infinite. Against his best judgment, he has brought a host led by Illuminor Szeras to help search for the tomb. In the ruins of one city, the Necron host comes across the most unlikely of foes. Trazyn has unleashed a part of his vast collection in an effort to stop his rival, an Ultramarine Strike Force. Cawl-only knows where he got a clone of Roboute Guilliman from. The Ultramarines are confused by their surroundings, but they know a deadly foe when they see one, and quickly muster to take on the ancient Necron threat in front of them.
We are diving headfirst into, well, an ancient, high-stakes tactical conflict fought on the Tomb World Serenade.
And this is a clash born purely out of, let's be honest, megalomaniacal rivalry.
Yeah.
You've got Orikan the Diviner on one side.
Right.
He's determined to use his time-bending powers to get to this stasis tomb, the Tomb of Nephreth.
And on the other side, Trazyn the Infinite. Equally determined to stop him, but using, well, probably the most bizarre defense force you can imagine.
It's almost comical. He doesn't even deploy his own Necrons, does he?
No. He digs into his collection. He deploys this bewildered segment of it, an entire Ultramarine Strike Force.
Seriously, like actual Ultramarines.
Actual Ultramarines. Heavy armor, elite blade guard, assault intercessors, and yes, leading them, a clone of Roboute Guilliman himself.
A clone Primarch. Okay. That's quite the curated defense force Trazyn's put out there.
Yes, exactly. It's curated collection versus pure temporal ambition.
So our mission today for this deep dive is really to unpack the battle record. We've got the 5-turn play-by-play, and we need to go beyond just the, the cool factor Star Shatter Force versus Ultramarines and really dig into the strategy.
Where did things go wrong?
Let's start with the forces, the initial lineup, because that tells you so much about the intended strategy, right?
Absolutely. Orikan's Necrons are built for one thing mainly: persistence and denial. It all centers around this massive block of Necron warriors.
The core engine of the force.
Exactly. And they're constantly getting back up thanks to Illuminor Szeras nearby, and crucially, this stalking reanimator that's always lurking.
And they've got the big guns, too, the Doomsday Ark that repurposed ancient ship.
Yeah, turned into a destruction platform. And 2 Doomstalkers bringing that synchronized plasma death from long range.
Ouch. And then the specialized threats, the ones that just pop up where you don't want them.
Oh, yeah. You've got the phase-shifting wraiths, those crazed flayed ones.
And the Ophidian destroyers, the dimension-flickering ones that just bypass your defenses.
Yeah.
Nasty stuff.
So against this gallery of robotic nightmares, the Ultramarines, well, they might be confused about where they are, but they bring the heavy Imperial metal.
Right. Solid stuff. The Dreadnoughts first. You've got the Ballistus, the Night Slayer, primary anti-tank.
And the Brutalis Maximus, the close-quarters deterrent, basically tells people, don't charge here.
Then there's the Gladiator Reaper, right, that's built for chewing through infantry hordes.
Yeah, math infantry clearing, plus a Vindicator siege cannon for those big blasts, and the Land Raider.
Ah, the Land Raider, carrying the elites, the Blade Guard and Assault Intercessors, ready to rumble right into the fight.
So a classic, heavy Ultramarine force, really. Okay, let's get into it. Turn 1. The opening shots.
Right, and surprisingly, despite the Necrons sort of setting up in the ruins, the Ultramarines actually grab the first turn. Initiative goes to them.
And they immediately focus fire. Smart move, target one of the scariest things pushing forward early.
Textbook. The Land Raider rolls out, the Ballistus lines up its shots. They both target those big insect-like wraiths on the left flank, trying to grab an objective.
How effective is it?
Pretty effective initially. They bring down 4 of the giant wraiths.
4 down. Okay, sounds decisive.
Right.
Necrons?
Exactly. Here's the first, friction point.
Right.
The first lesson in Necron resilience. Only 1 wraith manages to repair itself and reanimate.
Just 1.
Just 1, glowing green. But that single survivor means the unit isn't destroyed. You can't charge it properly. You don't get the VP for killing it. You have to wipe the entire unit.
Okay. So failure to completely eliminate them has immediate consequences.
Huge consequences. And you see it straight away in the center, too. The Ultramarine Intercessors and the Vindicator, they have a great opening volley. Take down 12 Necron warriors from that massive central block. 12.
That's significant.
You'd think so, but almost instantly, 5 of them just get back up. Pushed by the reanimator nearby, the unit's already recovering.
Wow. Okay, so that highlights the reanimator's job perfectly. It just turns that warrior unit into this massive resource sink.
Precisely. The Ultramarines have to keep pouring fire into them just to keep the numbers down, while Orikan's real heavy hitters are free to target the important stuff, like the Ultramarine armor.
Still, despite that resilience, the Ultramarines do manage to get ahead early on points, right?
Yeah, turn 1 and 6 VP to 0 VP for the Ultramarines. They score on things like extend battle lines, engage on all fronts, standard secondary objectives.
Okay, 6-0 sounds good, but I think I see a crack forming already. On the other flank, the right flank, the Gladiator Reaper.
Ah, yes. The mass infantry killer.
It shifts its fire away from those tough central warriors and targets 5 flayed ones protecting another objective.
A softer target, you'd think.
You'd think. It fires 12 shots. Kills 4.
Only 4. Leaving 1 standing.
Leaving 1 standing.
Oof. That's a critical failure of risk management, really. The commander should have made sure they were gone. Maybe add some other fire. Guarantee the kill.
But they didn't. And because 1 flayed one survived, the unit's still active.
Which means in the Necron turn, 3 of those things just reanimate and pop back up onto the objective. That failure, that single miss, is going to be astronomically costly later.
Okay, so that takes us into Act 2. Turns 2 and 3. This is where the metal hits the, well, other metal. And the Necron focus fire really starts to bite.
Right. Ultramarines start turn 2 trying to fix that flayed one mistake. The Calidus assassin, Lara, uses her neural shredder, finally wipes them out.
Good cleanup. Necessary.
Very necessary. But the Necrons react instantly. They see Lara as a threat now, deep in their lines, potentially.
Makes sense.
So she gets targeted, first by a Plasmancer, then by Immortals with Tesla carbines. The record says she had to make 9 saves on a 4+ invulnerable save.
9 on a 4+ invuln. That's statistically heroic. Pure defiance.
It's incredible. She somehow dodges this focused fire that absolutely should have vaporized her, survives on 1 wound.
Wow.
And then uses her ability to just teleport away, vanishes.
Okay, lucky escape for her. But the Necrons pivot quickly, right? Back to the bigger plan.
Exactly. Successful strategy, focus denial. They identify the Gladiator Reaper. It's the main thing stopping them chewing through infantry and controlling the middle.
So concentrate fire.
Concentrate everything. 1 Doomstalker hits it. Then the Doomsday Arc hits it. Although the Ultramarines use Armor of Contempt, that stratagem, to reduce the damage a bit.
Buys them a little time.
A little, but then the second Doomstalker just steps out from behind cover and boom, finishes the Gladiator Reaper off. Completely gone.
Ouch. That's the main anti-infantry tool neutralized. That's gotta hurt.
It does, and the close combat gets brutal too. Ophidian destroyers flicker in.
Yep.
And just shred those intercessors, slice through all 5 in one go. Surgical.
And wasn't there another unit of destroyers?
Yeah, back in the Ultramarine deployment zone. They phase in, kill Tech Marine Isambard. That's 5 VP for assassination scored for the Necrons. Timely kill.
Meanwhile, back in the center, those warriors.
Still getting back up. 5 more stand up. That block is back to full strength again. It's just relentless.
It's terrifying. So the Ultramarines must be scrambling now, trying to stabilize.
They are. They try to hit back at the Necron range support, which is smart. Focus their own heavy hitters.
Oh, they get anything.
They do, actually. Some success here. The Vindicator and the Ballistus Dreadnought team up, manage to take down one of the Doomstalkers.
Okay, good trade.
And the Brutalis Dreadnought, Maximus, charges those destroyers that killed the Intercessors, wipes out 3 of them. So it looks like maybe a decent strategic trade for the Imperials.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Orikan seems focused on objectives, not just kills.
Absolutely. The Doomsday Arc ignores the ongoing fights and targets Maximus, the Brutalis, who's standing right on that vital central objective. Massive hit, 24 damage. The Dreadnought is just reduced to ash, gone. A key anchor point removed.
Wow. Okay, and then comes the big mistake, right? Turn 3.
This is the truly pivotal one. The Ultramarine commander makes a call, orders the infiltrators to move and help the Infernus Marines who are fighting some destroyers.
Sounds reasonable. Supporting your troops?
It does, but in moving to help, the infiltrators step off their home objective just slightly.
Oh, no.
That one single tiny positional error costs the Ultramarines 5 crucial victory points. Just like that.
5 VP. Gone. For a momentary lapse, in a game this tight, that's That's devastating.
It's almost impossible to recover from that kind of unforced error. And the gamble didn't even pay off elsewhere. Remember Lara, the Calidus assassin?
Yeah, the one who made all the saves.
She teleports into the Necron backline, trying to assassinate the Overlord. A high-risk play.
Still on 1 wound, though.
Still on 1 wound. The Overlord just turns, uses Overwatch as she arrives, and takes her out before she can even strike.
Another gamble fails.
Yeah.
And that's more VP lost.
Another 5 VP lost for the failed secondary mission, assassination. So by the end of turn 3, the cumulative effect of these small errors, plus the relentless Necron resurrections, Orikan has seized a massive lead. It's 35 VP to 27 VP.
The momentum has completely shifted. Okay, so Act 3, turns 4 and 5. The grand finale. The center is lost. Necrons are surging. What do the Ultramarines do?
They bring out the biggest gun. The Warlord himself, well, the clone, steps onto the scene. Roboute Guilliman.
About time. Does he make a difference?
Immediately. He strides onto that central objective, sweeps the Emperor's sword, takes down 9 Necron warriors in one go.
Nice.
And the Ultramarines finally manage to kill the Reanimator, which proves, kill the support units.
Right, but maybe too late.
Yeah, arguably the warrior block had already done its job. It pinned down the center, soaked up fire for 3 critical turns.
So Orikan sees his chance now. Guilliman is there, but maybe exposed.
Exactly. Orikan sees the win condition. All remaining Necron forces pour fire onto the ultimate target. Guilliman. Everything. The remaining Doomstalker hits him. The Plasmancer hits him, deals 4 mortal wounds directly. Illuminor Szeras hits him.
Could he take it? I mean, he's a Primarch clone, but still.
Well, here's where that legendary resilience shows. He takes the hits, makes the crucial saves, and then his special role, Armor of Fate, kicks in at the end of the phase. He gets back up. He's back in the fight.
Comes back to life. Wow. Okay, that raises a question then. How much firepower does it take to actually put down a warlord like that?
A lot. More than they had in that initial volley, clearly. But his elite guard weren't so lucky.
The Blade Guard.
Yeah, they were exposed nearby. The Necron Immortals just unleash this devastating hail of fire. Sustained hits means they get something like 39 hits in total.
39 against Blade Guard.
Yeah, no amount of Storm Shield saves that. The entire unit is just annihilated, gone.
So Guilliman is now really alone in the middle.
Pretty much. The last of his close combat protection is removed. And then comes the final act. Orikan the Diviner and Ammunos Dynasty Nephreth charge the wounded Primarch clone.
The big showdown.
But Orikan isn't playing fair. He's not relying on just hitting harder. He's using his special trick.
Temporal manipulation.
Exactly. His once-per-battle ability. He forecasts, manipulates time. The Staff of Tomorrow becomes this blur. The description says it just cannot be parried by the Emperor's sword.
Whoa. So it bypasses the parry.
Bypasses the parry. Orikan lands 6 hits, pushes 9 mortal wounds straight through Guilliman's defenses. Enough to kill him. For good this time.
Decisive for Orikan.
Utterly decisive. That temporal manipulation was the key. It leveraged a specific rule to bypass the opponent's toughest defense. And that's the game. Final score, 83 VP for the Necrons, 58 for the Ultramarines.
83 to 58. A solid win for Orikan. He gets to continue his quest for the stasis tomb.